Hello everyone. Today we're working on lesson 19. We're still very much working with our thoughts and our thought processes and how they affect us in good and bad ways, and how recognizing and learning more about them and being more aware of them can really help to bring us to a place of peace. And I think that's where we all want to be. So let's get on with the lesson, shall we? Lesson 19, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of my thoughts. The idea for today is obviously the reason why your seeing does not affect you alone. You will notice that at times the ideas related to thinking precede those related to perceiving, while at other times the order is reversed. The reason is that the order does not matter. Thinking and its results are really simultaneous, for cause and effect are never separate. Today we are again emphasizing the fact that minds are joined. This is rarely a wholly welcome idea at first, since it seems to carry with it an enormous sense of responsibility and may even be regarded as an invasion of privacy. So the fact that we're all one, the fact that we're not different from each other, is something that we sometimes have a really hard time with, because we like to see ourselves as very individualistic, and on the human level we are very much different. We process differently, we behave differently, we latch onto our thoughts sometimes and react to them differently. But really, on that deeper level, on that level of who we are all very much one and connected, and everything we think and see and do is affecting everyone else, and vice versa. Yet it is a fact that there are no private thoughts. Despite your initial resistance to this idea, you will yet understand that it must be true if salvation is possible at all. And salvation must be possible because it is the will of God. The minute or so of mind searching which today's exercises require is to be undertaken with eyes closed. The idea for today is to be repeated first, and then the mind should be carefully searched for the thoughts it contains at that time. As you consider each one, name it in terms of the central person or theme it contains, and holding it in your mind as you do so, say, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of this thought about blank. So it can be a person, it could be a thing, an event, any theme that you see as something that takes you away from peace and into a place of misery or unhappiness. The requirement of as much indiscriminateness as possible in selecting subjects for the practice periods should be quite familiar to you by now, and will no longer be repeated each day, although it will occasionally be included as a reminder. So I think I've gone over this every day too as well, and that is the fact that you don't discriminate between picking that thing to use the exercise on and something else that may seem a little more uncomfortable. That everything is equal in its ability to take us from our peace, take us away from our peace, or bring us to our peace. Do not forget, however, that random selection of subjects for all practice periods remains essential throughout. Lack of order in this connection will ultimately make the recognition of lack of order in miracles meaningful to you. Apart from the as-needed application of today's idea, at least 3 practice periods are required, shortening the length of time involved if necessary. Do not attempt more than 4. So 3 formal practice periods, and then intermittently through the day when something comes up that causes you a little bit of uncomfortable feelings or upset, then use that particular line, I am not alone in experiencing the effects of this thought about blank. You don't have to analyze it. You don't have to figure out where it came from. You don't have to go back to your childhood. You really just need to be in that place of repeating that sentence with the name of the event or person that is causing you the conflict in that moment. That's all. It really is all. I know we like to think that it's more complicated, but it really isn't as complicated as we like to make it. I mean, that's the ego trying to cause problems and pull you away from what you're actually trying to do here, because the ego is in a place of great fear over, losing its position as your greatest advisor. So really just try and stick with it, and again, don't overanalyze. It's the way we go. Have a great day, and again, I'll see you next time for lesson 20. Good luck with it. Bye.